Okay. Another night. Another chaos gremlin. I need to post something in the DDO content creator thing and also in the Locho content creator thing. Anywho, let me post in the DDO Discord about something that we're doing right now. What? We're streaming. How dare I? How dare I? Alright, I'm gonna drop my volume down some more on my microphone so I can get closer and more personal to my microphone. Alright. I said I was going to post in the DDO thing, and I'm going to. What are you doing? I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. Alright, I posted in the DDO Discord. Hopefully a couple folks show up and say hi. I will pay cat tax here in a minute. I will be upsetting a very sleepy, eepy little kitty catten. However, we're not playing this character. We are going to Gemstone. We're going to go back to our dwarf. And we're going to do some more quests with her. She finished Ravenloft. And I actually voluntarily spent some astral shards. I almost never voluntarily spend astral shards. I have some, I just never use them. Because I am not a spend astral shards kind of person. However, since we're done here, we're going to go find some other level 31 quests to play. I'm going to pop up another tab of the wiki. So I already have 2 tabs open. So level 31 quests, there's a whole pile of them. But what we're going to do is this character successfully completed level 32 quests in Miss the Ravenloft. There are 4 of them. Okay, 2 of them are raids, so never count. But I completed Wrath of the Earth on hard. And that was good times. And I want to continue the chicanery in the Feywild. So we're going to go to Winwood Hall, and I'm going to actually start doing the Feywild quests. Because all of the quests of Fables of the Feywild are level 32. And I've done them often enough that I feel comfortable running them often, whatever. And we are 2.5 action points away from the level that I want to be. I'm gonna go see if my buddy Voodoo is on. That's not what I was looking for. Voodoo is on! How's my guild doing? Look how I've been doing with my guild. Isn't that so nice? And look how I have not been logging in my alts. Except some of them. Okay, I actually also need to go to the guild airship, I noticed. Let me do that first while I'm remembering. Guild airship. Get buffs. Aw, they got the name Staccato for their character. That's amazing. I hope they're doing Winterlude or Symphony of the Feyship. And since I'm on my own channel, I can actually say words like shit, piss, damn, son of a bitch. And I say those words a lot in my head. I said them a lot today. Today was a challenging work day today. Nothing that I did that was challenging. There was just some other chicanery happening with other blah 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 blah. And I'm honestly actually remembering that these tomes of learning only apply up to level 29. They don't apply to 30 and on. So I was like, oh, I'll just do the, and I'm like, to the greater epic. I'm like, oh wait, that's not gonna affect me anyway, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. Alright. However, I did have a greater tome of learning lying around, and I gave it to my other alt. Pardon me. Okay, I also need hireling. I've noticed I only have one hireling left. So we're gonna get hirelings as well. Alright. So hirelings. But why did I come here? The Ferrocrystal Dwarven Axe, because we're gonna switch out. Since we're gonna do Feywild, we're gonna use the Feywild weapon. Yay! That's why I came here. Alright, let's go up to the guild airship. And now I get to have my axe look like a Feywild axe. It's pretty hot. Alright, no, I don't want to go to the harbor. I want to go suffer through the airship lag, which has been a thing. Hopefully Standing Stone gets a handle on that. Nope. Also, let me redo my Sovereign XP pot. Get another 3 hours of that happiness going on. And back to the Feywild. We're gonna just start doing quests. I do actually want to farm a little bit in the Endless Rebels, because there is a drop out of that that I actually want for the build. What is it? The Legendary Vambraces of the Summer Court drops in this quest, so... actually, I love the Endless Rebels. Endless Rebels to me is like Death House is for OG Ravenloft. It's a perfect starter quest for what's actually going on. But I did actually tell you I was going to pay a cat tax. So let me pay the cat tax right now because I need to steal the blanket she's curled up on because I'm cold. Cat tax. He's like, put me down right now. I will, but I'm stealing your blanket. It was, well, it's actually a towel. But towels make good blankies. It's a little chilly in my office right now. I don't want to turn the heat on. When you can just be on and put a blanket over your legs and then it's just fine. So, also, I would like to point out some good news that I got right before the stream. Actually, when did I get that email? When did I notice that email? 6:36 p.m., so that was less than 2 hours ago. I got the email from PAX Media saying that I, yet again, will be going to PAX East as an approved content creator. Hooray, hurrah! And so I've already reached out to Cordo and said, hey, you're stuck with me for another PAX East meetup. And he's like, he obviously, they haven't gotten that far in on their shenanigans, so obviously the plans haven't worked. Also, other good news, I have a new USB hub. It arrived today. I've already installed it. I've even done some cable management. And it's really, really nice. So it's actually, it looks like it belongs connected to an Apple device. It's very very aesthetically pleasing. But it's basically a triangle shape. Triangle man. And it has 9 ports. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, 9 ports, and then it has 3 USB-C charging ports. None of those 3 are in use, but 8 of the 9 ports are in use. The only thing that's not connected to the new hub that was connected to the old hub is this microphone right here. And I would have preferred to put this camera connected straight to the computer, but unfortunately, there ain't enough room. Art of Paw with the raid! Welcome in! How was your stream? What were you up to? How are y'all doing? Welcome. I am Druidsfire. Asking many questions. Thank you for the follow, Guppies. Wishing me well. Aw, see, that's very kind. I am currently playing the DDOs. I am also a Lotro content creator, not like official Lotro content, but I've been streaming Lotro for longer than DDO because I played Lotro for longer than DDO. And this is my Winterloot character. Okay, my second Winterloot character. My first one is fine. She's currently facing Ravenloft. I have plans for her. She's going to farm the Grim and Barrett route, and I think I'm going to do some farming on this character with Grim and Barrett as well. But this one is the one that Voodoo is kindly offered to help get through the shenanigans and chicanery. But I said that I needed to buy hirelings too. Where the hell am I? Here I am. Hi. Hireling Bender. Hi. I want a couple of Albereths. Albereth has actually been really helpful in a couple of quests where you needed to use resto on somebody. And since Albereth has greater resto, or I'd get hit with like Constitution Drain or something like that, Albereth would save my bacon. But we're going to start doing some quests here in the Feywild. Now, one thing to note, the Feywild is level 32. My character is level 31. And my gear is Garbo. I finally got a necklace, and it's okay. It's okay. I got this, yeah. Well, I'm playing a dwarf fighter, a vanguard fighter, and I've got the legendary dwarven war axe. I don't have a slot or a crystal in it, or a red blah 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 blah. And I got the legendary Skull of the Sea, which is a nice tower shield. So it's kind of nice. And normally I run solo with a pile of hirelings. And at level 30, I think the hirelings will be okay for me to do quests on hard. I do not feel confident in saving my bacon enough to do these quests on elite on an undergeared level 31 character. It's just no. I don't want to get her killed. Now, we have done 11 of the 12 rare encounters, and now I'm trying to remember which one I haven't done yet. We did the Displacer Beast the last time I rolled through here. Let's see. Displacer Beast, Diab, who's right over there. We're going to hit him again. We did the Woodwode, the Troll, the Sea Lion, the Kelpie, Old One Eye. Looks like the only one that I haven't killed is the Wisp down in the basement. Alright. Alright. Well, We're gonna get a piece of gear off of this guy. We're gonna kick his patootie. Also, we should crank up some Slayer Deed stuff too. Hold on. Let me crank up my Slayer pot. And also remember to use my these pots down here. There we go. Why can't you go back home? I accept your challenge! I love the music in this expansion so freaking damn much. Give me your loot, buddy boy. Alright. Actually, since we know what rare I need to get, I'm just gonna run the rares first and then I'll do a quest. Because if I can get that last rare, I'll get an XP bonus for it. Okay, he's not home because the owlbears are there. Hi, pixie hunters. So Bill Champagne is the current composer of DDO and has been since midway through Sharn. Okay, we found him. We got another one. Nice. And he has just been freaking amazing. If you play Standing Stone's other game, Lotro, he has been the composer for even longer over there, since their Mordor expansion, or actually before their Mordor. So he's been their composer since Mordor, because Chance Thomas, it was the last time Chance Thomas did composing for Standing Stone. Chance has since retired. He got his money and got out. Love that guy. His birthday is actually like a few days after mine, so it's like, hey Chance, happy birthday, and a few days later, hey Chance, happy birthday.
My name is Lord Arden, I live in a garden, I lie in the sun all day. They're back!
Monoflare! Bill Sparkling Wine.
Oh, they must want an encore!
I have had the privilege of being the very first person to do a game interview, or a game press interview with Bill, after his ascension to being the composer. Hi, hello. Doesn't help me, but the natural armor bonus, this literally doesn't help me, honestly, because it's a caster item, and I'm definitely not a caster on this character. Okay, they are not home, so the Dryad ain't home, so we're gonna go over here. Oh, hi. Hiding in the rock. That was actually really clever, hiding in the rock like that. Murderize that guy. Yeah, Bill's an awesome dude. Again, it has been my privilege to interview him in the past. I'm hoping that someday he could make it out to one of the player meetups at PAX. We had a good selection of devs there last year. I can say it was last year now. We had Orion and Scenario and Myth, who is named after Thrawn from, Star Wars. I once asked him that, and he said, yeah, that's it. And having Orion and Scenario in the same room is very dangerous. Because if you've seen their podcast, We Have a Cave Troll, my god, you have no idea. They're actually even more hilarious in person together. They really are like, Butch and Sundance, Avid and Costello, Lucy and Ethel. And I'm almost quoting John Sheridan from Babylon 5. The famous Bruce Boxlighter. I met him a couple times. He's pretty decent. He's a pretty decent dude. Alright. Yeah, and once we're done running the rares, we'll go start doing some actual quests, but I'll probably bounce out long enough to clean my bags out, maybe. The Endless Rebels isn't a very long quest, though. So, it sounds like the Moonsea server was having some issues earlier today. A lot of folks are reporting some problems, but it looks like they've gotten it
Within the
resolved,
distance of
which
just
is
a
very
few
nice.
short steps,
the temperature plummets and snow covers the
I love
ground.
this DM so freaking
Whatever
damn much.
caused this sudden change in the climate
By the way,
surely
I love the
wasn't
winter
natural.
wolves. Look at them with their little Rudolph noses. Look at them. They are so cute. I always hate to kill them because they are so cute. But I'm on a hardcore character, so I have to kill everything on the way. Coming and going. Whee! Ow. Leave me alone. Whee! Well, I think I'll do the windmill quest first. Because it'll be closer to the entranceway anywho. Alright. Are you home, you big guy? Nope, you're not home. Alright, let's see if the drowner is home. Nope. I'm gonna go see if the wisp is home. Yes! So we're gonna get a good chunk of XP for kicking this guy's ass. He didn't even have an ass and we're gonna kick it anyway. There we go. So not only did I get the XP for killing a rare for the first time, but now I've killed all of the rares. And therefore, I don't have to come down here again unless I want to farm Feywild chests or something. Streamtime actually there's a thing in Feywild called Feytwisted chests, which is where if you're running this a certain way, you can get a chest to spawn that will only have one piece of loot in it. Oh, they're not home. That's just bounce. And that one piece of loot will be like a stronger or different variant of an existing piece of named loot. It's actually really cool. I have some pieces of Feytwisted loot, but none of them for the event. I haven't seen a Feytwisted thing at all. And I'm not even going to bother resetting because we're going straight to a quest. Once I resummon the hires. Alright. Good deal with the window. You can also kill some things and get the XP for, you know, the killing of things. So we're gonna... No, quest. Focus, druid. Focus! Actually, the first quest we're gonna run into is one about the Viscount, where we get to meet one of my favorite NPCs in all of the game. Again. You've seen her in a few streams in the past because she's one of the trio, the main trio of hags. Her name is Agnes. Again, we're gonna try these on hard. Let's see how we do. Alright, let's get my buff over here.
A motley group of redcaps guards the gate ahead. It's strange that a noble of the summer court would retain those violent, unpredictable creatures as servants.
I failed at 17, wow. Okay, there's a couple of red named mobs over there, but I don't think we need them for the quest, but we're still gonna fight them. Because I think there's an optional for them. Yep. Again, we're here for the XP more than anything else. Hey, why are you healing? Oh, you're dead. Get your butt. Tooth and claw. Look at the gorgeous Phaser Beast dancing. Because that's why I love the Feywild Muse, is the Feywild Muse will cause random things to dance, and I believe I have seen him cause Reapers to dance. So that's pretty badass. Pretty badass. I think this is just the nice lady, and we're just doing...
The barracks have been overrun by redcaps.
Oh.
They appear to be making themselves at home by smashing the furnishings.
No, I can smash the furnishings way better than they can. Just watch me here, sunshine. See? Look how good I am at smashing everything. And Monothlayer, you're going to appreciate one of the quests, one of the segments of this quest that's going to come up here in a few moments. It involves riddles. It's going to be glorious. You know what we forgot to do? We need to go talk to the tree.
A curious tree stands here by itself. A single, brilliantly red apple hangs from one of its branches. You knock the apple from the tree and it falls at your feet. The tree is not pleased by this.
So I succeeded on my dot roll because I did. Take the apple and be gone. Yoink!
With the Dryad's surrender, the apple drops from the tree like a stone. The sprawling courtyard seems deserted. A lone tower looms ahead. Lord Xavier will likely be found inside. A furious flutter of wings greets your ears as you enter this shop. Some angry-looking pixies menace the slumped form of an old woman in the corner.
She won't wake up until next week. That's definitely an optional I don't generally worry about, but I'm here to do all of the things. Okay, we've got floating somethings. Hello, Mistress Lady White Lily.
What can I do for you, Outlander?
So...
Lady White Lily has requested that you find her a snack. A frivolous request, it seems. Yet, in the Feywild, small promises may have strange consequences.
It's probably not cursed.
My part in this story is done. Time to rest.
Let's do a little fighty over here. Get some more optional XP. And get some random loot. Alright, here comes the best part of all. We're gonna go talk to a mimic.
This storehouse is occupied by a very energetic chest. It gapes at you with a big, toothy grin and speaks.
Approach, friends! I am Riddlelock! Come, let us talk!
Alright, we're gonna play a game. A riddle! I'm a close friend, a very close friend. He stopped me with Pierce, but I got it in the end. Alright. And you can do these if you really want to, but I love to do the actual riddle.
What word of 5 letters that sinks has 1 left when 2 are removed?
And then you just say it in chat. Have you gotten your figure yet? No, I haven't, Cheap Visigoth. I am working on getting this character to level 32, and then I have a pile of gear waiting for her. But I've been playing it very, very conservatively, and now I'm risking a few things. Okay, the word is stone, because 5 letters this sinks. A word of 5 letters, stones sink, and then it has 1 left if 2 letters are removed. Well, if you take the S and the T off stone, it becomes 1. Explain the joke. And here's the gross part. Ugh, he slimed me. Lady Grey Moss is not who we think she is. Alright. Take 3 tokens to the tower. 1 more token to go. We got the captains. We got the ladies. Now we're gonna get the last one. The Smiths. Not to be confused with the band, the Smiths. So far, my new USB hub seems to be performing well. No freaking lockups or anything. Though in fairness, the only thing that's really risky on the new USB hub is the camera, only because its cable does not reach to the computer. And I'm not going to put the computer up on the table because there is a big $1,500 screen sitting right there in the corner, and it's going to stay there. Alright, can I yell at these guys? Even with the 15 I fail. Alright, we'll just take it out. See, you notice that the muse made that dude dance? Hell yeah. Alright, we're done with him anyway, so. Alright, no other breakies in here. Wait, hold on. They're not breakable. How dare. Alright, let's go in. Up through the tower. We get to look at the magic mouths with really deep clefts on the top of their lips.
The tower is sealed. None may enter. A true friend asks. A true friend may enter.
The game gives you craft herpes in the form of glitter. Shrine, shrine, everybody shrine. No.
As you reach for the door, a swirling torrent of snowflakes envelops you. Yet you aren't harmed. You don't even feel cold.
Thanks for nothing, head servant dude. Froggo's smart frog, he's hiding down here.
Eladrin guards wearing the garb of the summer court await you in this room. One of them holds up a hand to hail you.
Strangers, I would parley before we come to blows. You may step forward in safety to speak.
Hold on, I want to see which skill bluff, yeah, these are all charisma build, but intimidate, my gosh, I don't have any social skills on this character. This character just rolls and beats things up. We're gonna fight to subdue because I'm not.
You are faced with an unavoidable battle with the Eladrin. You have chosen to stay your blows and spare their lives, even at the risk of your own.
Okay. We're so nice. Everybody up. There we go. Mercy. I love the design of this tower, but I also understand why Hearsome hates it. Down, doggo. Yield, yield! So it's been... Why are you dancing? Are you actually dead and I'm just not paying? Okay. Get that little bit of XP.
Most of these Eladrin appear to be victims of the Redcaps. Whoever has replaced Grey Moss must be desperate now. You have reached the top of the tower, where a regal Eladrin silently awaits your approach. He appears to be alone.
I don't work for it out. Just listen. I surrender. What? I'm not an assassin.
Yes, you fool! I'm still here! But your precious Grey Moss is dead, trusting idiot. Who told you the Prince of Frost wanted you dead, hmm?
Me.
Who said these Outlander dotes were his tools? Yeah, me. But it was you who were supposed to die willingly on their blades, as a distraction while I do Hearsome's bidding. But no. Guess I just have to kill you all myself now.
The hag's form splits into several mirror images. You'll need to watch closely to see which one is the real threat.
I've never really been able to determine which how do you tell which one is the real threat?
I think you've caught me. Think again.
I think we fired.
My only hope. Still.
The hag dies, screeching to the last. After a moment, the Viscount rises to his feet and blurts,
Who was that? What's going on? I demand an explanation!
And because you don't kill them, you get this extra lockbox. Yoink. And then you pick up the floaty loot, meet the quest, get our next action point, and get some stuff, and move on to deal with a windmill. A nice windmill situation. And I'm going to put that screen up. Oh, that's much nicer. Anywho, moving on. Let's go talk to Sir Pifflegust. Actually, no. I'm gonna be doing the Endless Rebels. Wait, did I pass Sir Pifflegust? Hold, please. Why does it keep doing that? It's actually kind of annoying. No, I didn't pass him. He's on the other side of the Endless Rebels quest. Well, we're gonna do the Endless Rebels, which is actually one of my favorite quests, I'll be honest. It really is, because it's so much fun. And I love the voice actor. Whoever the voice actor is, I like their performance. And I hope it's not the person I think it is. I could ask Cordo, but he's a busy boy. This is like going to any Penn State frat house on a Monday morning. And if you've ever gone to Penn State, like one of you has, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. This is one of those quests that I can practically just speedrun it. But we're not going to. We're being careful.
The party here is in full swing, and Cascading Springs Cottage is clearly the worse for wear for it. A harried housemaid waits on the raucous satyrs. The maid tells you why the satyrs refuse to leave. Lord Arden promised them that they could stay at Cascading Springs Cottage until their revels were over. And the satyrs have no intention of ending their party.
The Stout Axes would like their dance back, please. One of the curious things is I have heard people refer to these particular quests as particularly difficult, and it baffles me. I don't find the Feywild quest to be particularly difficult.
It's surprising to find a large, well-stocked library in a house given over to an endless party. It's even more surprising to find a sphinx sitting in the middle of it. The librarian tells you that you could end the party if you could somehow make it so that Cascading Springs Cottage was no longer Cascading Springs Cottage. Then Lord Arden's deal with the satyrs would no longer apply.
I'm a chaos gremlin. I always mess up the books at random. Yoink! We stole the sign. We're committing vandalism! It's so much fun. Let's go for the enchanters first. Spellcasters and healers first. And then your melee dorks. Alright, Displacer Beast. He can be a little spicy. So, Pyre's in first. Look at the ads. Okay, I didn't mean to hit the... Okay, technically I did mean to, because I had him hard locked, but you know. Hi, how you doing? Do we have you trapped against the wall? Okay, we did have you trapped against the wall, and then you poured it out. Yeah, we're making you dance on a table. Again, drunken frat boy stuff. And you did. Give me loot. Give me loot. Again, not useful loot. I didn't ask for useful loot anyway. I just asked for loot. Now we're looking for a tarnished key to get into the spring house. Everybody's drunk. Everybody's drunk now. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, potions of wonder. I will never use a Potion of Wonder on a hardcore run, and I will excommunicate any player in my party who uses a Potion of Wonder while I'm in a party with them on hardcore, because they can get you murderized. Alright, now we go this way. Again, keep your eyes peeled for a tarnished key, because we're gonna need it. I got knocked down, but I'll get up again. Why won't you just die? Well, it's because I'm busy. Here you go. Come on, give me key.
This large key is labeled
you.
Spring House. It seems someone was trying to hide it.
Very badly, I might add. Okay. Oh, Froggo. Do the thingo. And to do the other thingo. Try again. There was only one? Yeah, see? I knew there was another one. Try again, buddy. I believe. Alright, get the lock, if you'd be so kind. Ooh, there is another one back here. Evasive Boots of Jump. However, we are going to get Froggo to get the other pressure plate. Alright, nothing cool came out of that. Alright, let's go this way. For more pixie demolishing action.
The lush collection of potted plants suggests that this room is the conservatory. A note next to the sack of seeds reads, Slakeweed. Keep away from sunlight and damp soil.
Well, I never listen to instructions.
You drop a few of the
maybe I
magic
do.
seeds on the ground. Huge weeds burst from the earth, and the thirsty plants quickly drain the moisture from the surrounding soil. A satyr calls to you as you enter the courtyard.
Hello there. Welcome to our revels. There's food in the kitchen and drink, well, everywhere, including the floor, I see. Make yourself at home, and don't forget to pour one out for our dear host, to Lord Arden. May his slumbers be peaceful.
The gardener says he left some magic seeds inside the conservatory. Seeds that instantly grow into giant, sprawling weeds.
I'm gonna get the last servant here in the kitchen. Got that, nabbed that. Oh, I've got an ancient text. And the uncommon crafting VIP. I'm sorry, the VIP uncommon crafting token. Alright, we don't have to go out that other door. We're going back to the library. And then we're gonna go to the spring house. Dear voice actor, what was the heck accent? The huge buzz from the earth. I know. I don't know why I still love that line. It's still funny to me. Hello, Nebet. Okay, that should be ransack, yeah? Yes, it's ransack.
Water gushes up from the ground in one corner of the room, forming a large pool. This must be the cascading spring the house is named after. Towering weeds spring up the instant you cast the magic seeds on the ground. The twisting brambles suck up every drop of water nearby, leaving cascading springs dry as a bone.
Keep away from it, please.
This large barrel is marked Flashboom Powder in large letters. In even larger letters below are the words, "Keep away from open flame."
So you know exactly what we're gonna do. We're going to not keep it away from open flame. I think the one thing I dislike about this quest is how much back and forth you have to go around this main circle area. I mean, there's this little hallway we didn't go in, but there's nobody else to kill in there, so it's like, well, which way is quicker? Technically, this is the shorter route, but it's But it's not like a Elrond sends you halfway across Middle-earth and back kind of adventure, so it's not that bad. Oh, the satyr, he sounded like he wanted to be a bit Irish, but he quickly went somewhere else. Yeah. We'll get to hear more of him here in a moment. Hey, I got a present for you.
The careless satyr swings his torch too close to the powder keg, which explodes in a shower of sparks. The partygoers turn to gawk at the spectacle. It's a simple task to remove the sign.
Would it be
The
nice if we
satyrs
got
are still
this dance
distracted
in
by the
Latro?
recent fireworks.
This guy's dance?
You deftly
Even this
replace
guy's
the
dance would
cottage
be
sign
nice.
with the sign from the library.
Hi.
Seething with anger, the master of the revels reluctantly agrees to leave.
A deal's a deal, it's true. We'll leave. But nothing in the deal says we can't rip you to shreds on our way out.
Not so much Irish in that one either. Then again, when I'm doing lengthy readings, like my annual reading on...
The revels have finally ended, and not in the way the satyrs expected.
Alright. Fingers crossed that I get the thing I'm looking for. I did not get anything, much less the thing I was looking for, so that kind of bites. But it did get XP, so that's good. That's always a good thing to have. And now we're gonna go fight a windmill. Don Quixote was not invited. Sir Pifflegust. Now this one, you have two options. You can either be dealing in the truth or playing into her fantasy, into her delusions here about what the windmill actually is. However, if
You enter the grove the villager told you about and spot a small encampment in the distance. Perhaps the knight the villager spoke of is there.
if you play along with her, you get an optional thing at the end after you defeat the windmill to go defeat the real boss.
Well met, travelers!
A hearty voice calls as you approach.
The beast is 100 feet tall!
She tells you.
It has 4 arms, each of which can send an entire battalion flying!
She tells you.
Its skin is impenetrable by even the strongest swords!
She tells you.
Alright. If you don't play along with her, you lose out on the opportunity for that other dialogue at the end, and also like lose you out on an extra chest. It doesn't have named items, but it's one. It's absolutely a hard task to accept different accent and stay in it. Yeah. And fair work because you have to be angry in the accent, go to the privy in the accent, everything. Ugh. I didn't realize it was that bad that you have to speak in your accent for 12 hours straight. But I suppose it makes sense. Hugh Laurie would cry if he ever worked your circuit? Probably. Or Benadryl Cucumber Batch in his Doctor Strange 5. Yeah. There was a time when I was like super sick of Benedict Cumberbatch because he was in every damn thing. Alright, is this the spot? No.
There
you
it
go.
sits menacingly.
The knight whispers to you.
Talk to me about a plan. I'm glad you believe me.
She
don't.
tells you.
Actually, I'm just doing it for
More
the XP.
than you'll ever know. Now, bring your courage to the fore.
I love
You
this
find your
windmill,
confidence
though.
well placed. Spindly legs rise from the dirt, and the windmill lurches forward. Creatures spring up around you, rushing to defend the windmill. The strange gemstone seems to be protecting this creature from spells and weapons. The windmill seems undaunted by your weapons and spells. The gemstone cracks, and the windmill shudders.
Follow me, sunshine. Ooh, I can knock this one over. Oh, we're gonna have lots of fun with this.
A creature sporting an unusual gemstone seems to be avoiding you. Another gemstone cracks, and the windmill shakes violently.
Where's the one I'm looking for? I think we need to kill all these ads first for the next crew to show up. There we go.
A gemstone cracks once more. The windmill rumbles deeply, then falls still. The magic that brought it to life seems to have left it.
Thank you.
The old knight says.
Your trust in me brought us victory this day. You've earned a reward.
She continues.
But speak with me if you'd like to help a little further.
And this-
Somehow, I feel the culprit is still nearby.
Yeah, and this optional you don't get if you basically treat her like she's crazy. said the pet rate was. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, Froggo, find the door. Unlock the door, if you'd be so kind.
His disguise is foiled. The gnome sends his pets forward to attack.
You murder your pets. And your little dog, too. No hiding in rocks. That's not allowed.
Never again will he pose a threat.
The knight tells you.
So you get a little bit of lore as to why he did what he did. What the shit? I got another one of these? And here's the stupid thing, right? Is they're bound to character. And they're minor artifacts, which means you can't equip two of them. Okay. But I did get an empty soul vessel, which is kind of neat. Alright. How are my bags looking? How are the bags looking? Ooh, we're kind of running out of bag space here. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's talk to Sir Pipplegust. Sir, thank you. Okay, we'll look for a couple of rares. Not that we need the rares, but that's always a little bit of extra, little XP. We're not gonna go all the way. Yeah, we're gonna go up and talk. No, we're not. We're not gonna talk to Frost. He's up there, he's up there. Yeah, let's go. It's only gonna take a minute, or less.
Within the distance of just a few short steps, the temperature plummets and snow covers the ground.
Oh, he is
Whatever
here.
caused
Nice.
this sudden change in the climate surely wasn't natural.
It wasn't natural, he said. There we go. Yeah, a lot of people do some Irish step dancing when they get put into Otto's thingy. Get down here! And you did. Yeah, now I'm going for the 400 Slayer deed. What was that? Was that the monster manual? You're up there, but I don't have a ranged item, so whatever. I'm gonna actually stay on foot and kill things on the way to the next. I always feel bad about having to kill the winter wolves because they're so cute. Look at them, they're so cute! Where's everybody? Like, whenever I don't want to murder everything on the point A to point B, there's like 5 billion people waiting for me. But when I'm actually actively hunting the Slayer deeds, there's nobody to be found. Where the hell would you be in? Oh man, he wasn't home. I like to hear someone appears here, because sometimes you'll have a chest with them, and then you have to fight some corrupted unicorns, and then you get the chest. It's pretty cool. Alright, no sword this time. Dryad is indeed home. And I nuke her tree from orbit. Oh. Hi. Hello. Look at you. Mm-mm-mm. Tasty. There's our 400, and that gives a whole pile of XP. I hear you. Place your beast. Alright. Why? Alright, let me recall clear my bags, and we'll go work on the next bunch of quests. And I'll also check my mail. Repair my gear. Hanging on to that. That was already mine. I'm gonna keep them both because one of them is gonna become sentient food. There's no point in having two of them. these can only go in there. Oh, and it looks like my crafting bags are full, so let's yoink those in there. Yoink that in there. Do 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 do. That goes in there. That goes in there. That goes in there. This goes in here. And that goes in crafting storage. Alright. Mail. Yep, this uses the Pigeon Express. I've got 10 points for reaching 100 total favor. That's how few quests this character has actually done. She's literally done the Ravenloft saga, and that's about it. Okay. Let's go turn in the quests we've completed so far. Which is this one. Thank you. Astute Helm of Resistance could be good. Actually, it's better resistance than what I've got now. And the intelligence does me just about the same amount of good as wisdom does, so either one will do, but we'll take that. And we'll take yours. Bum, 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 bum. None of this stuff is good. Bum, 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 bum. I think we haven't done any of these quests yet. Yeah. Alright. Let me take a look. So we've got 7 quests and then another 3 there. Witch hunt. Wake me up inside. Actually, Wake Me Up Inside is a really good quest to farm things in. If you're of an appropriate level. Combating corruption, the Thornright, Needle and Face. Man, I could have done Needle in the Face stack. That one's fun. Legend of the Lost Locket is not fun. It is not a good quest. But we're gonna do Wake Me Up Inside, because... Hi, Hawthorne. What are you doing? Thank you. Gonna fight another hag. And there's gonna be a lot of killing in this quest. I have a feeling I know who the voice actors are for a bunch of the quests here. Other than the one that I really like. Alright, we're going to renew this. Renew this. And that.
You awake from your unexpected slumber. At first, things seem as before. You're still at Winwood Hall, and Melody is still standing beside the bed. Then you realize that Lord Arden is missing, and so are the flower and the loot you need for the ritual. Melody begins speaking in a familiar voice.
Lord Arden's true name? Of course I know it. But it's for me to know and for you to never get. Now, be a good adventurer and die to monsters in the wilderness, while I go make sure Lord Arden never, ever wakes up.
She cackles as she teleports away. You see creatures milling around near the gate to Winwood Hall. Then you notice that things seem different. This isn't the Feywild. You are trapped inside a dream.
Yeah. There's an optional back here.
In the corner of the courtyard stands a Kushi. It bares its fangs at you as you approach.
There's no chest for the Kushi, though, which is kind of sad, but it's XP, so we take care of it. And this is a quest.
You approach a shadowy form that appears to be Lord Arden, reading a note with a worried expression on his face. The figure doesn't notice your presence. The shadowy Lord Arden fades into nothing. Based on his appearance and your uncanny surroundings, you guess that you must be inside the Lord's nightmare.
Hello, random gen loot. Yoink. Grape Kool-Aid.
You spot movement underneath the bridge. Moving closer, you see a nasty-looking troll guarding the missing loot. Bits of troll and drops of its blood splash into the river as the battle progresses. The bits grow rapidly into new bridge trolls that join the fight.
And then we make them fall over, go boom.
You've recovered Hearsome's loot for the ritual.
Breakables, breakables, breakables. Okay, now comes the fun part of finding all of these guys. Sometimes it's harder to find Lord Arden because he's randomly placed. I think there was another group up here. No, there was not. Okay. One more Lord Arden to find. One elf to bring them all, and then the Feywild bind them? I don't know. Stop hitting me! Dindor was slain by misadventure, which our understanding is misadventure means it's a trap. Misadventure is a bit of a murder hobo. She is. She's a Now you may be wondering, well, Druid, why haven't you seen a moat? That's because I don't have a loot equipped right now. strictly getting this character ready to then do the loot farming thing. So if I don't have moats spawning, because the only loot I have is the Reaper one anyway, and this character is not ready to run Reaper at all. It would be nice if they let us use mounts in this area, but they do not. Now, one thing is, you can skip killing everybody and skip fighting all the Lord Arden whinging stuff and just go straight for the central area and complete this quest in like 2 minutes flat. But the thing is, you get 3 extra chests. No, I'm sorry, 2 extra chests if you do the 2 optionals. So I'm going for all, and also you get more XP for killing everybody. I see Lord Arden there in the corner. Okay, Mr. Muse, do the thing. You. Give me your XP. Thank you kindly. And we got 1 group of nightmarish creatures yet to fight. And a bunch of bears. The bears. The bears. Where is that other group of nightmarish? They're down there.
Inside the magically sealed gazebo ahead floats the frosted cerise you need for the ritual. 3 bears rest outside. Magical talking bears, no doubt. This is the Feywild, after all. You've recovered the frosted cerise for the ritual. You've recovered both the loot and the frosted cerise. Now, where has Melody hidden Lord Arden? You notice a pillar of magical energy streaming from a distant portal. Perhaps that contains the secret.
One thing I am noticing is that this version of the Feywild is nowhere near as pretty as the regular version. I mean, like, the plants, there's some flowers, but they look normal earth flowers, right? Versus the actual Feywild that we get. The flowers are way more colorful. Alright. We're still going. Dun dun dun. Now the trick to this fight is you don't fight the Sandman. Da 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 dun.
You approach the portal grove, but a pixie flutters into your path.
She said to make sure you didn't make it to her. I won't let you get near them. I won't let him wake up.
The pixie smirks.
You won't get past my friends and me. So long as they are alive, their devotion will sustain me eternally.
A portal opens as the pixie collapses. In his last moments, he says,
You haven't won yet. You still need the true name.
Yes, we do. And I know just who to get it from. Where is the Feywild Muse? Hey, buddy, get your butt in here. Thank you. Alright, let's go deal with Cadence.
You exit the portal and find yourself in a strange, empty void.
So these are the 2 optional
Yet
chests.
that appears to be Lord Arden's resting place ahead. Between you and Lord Arden stands Cadence the Hag. she must have been disguised as Melody the Apothecary the entire time. Cadence prepares for battle.
Thrice damned adventurers never know when to quit. I should have seen that you can't trust a pixie to do a hag's work.
Cadence finishes her conjuration. Slimes emanating a frigid mist suddenly appear nearby.
You killed my sister, so I'll have to make do with these vile cauldron leftovers. I wouldn't go anywhere near them personally now. Be a dear and die for good this time.
Weakened and
Give me
battered,
River Song.
Cadence tries to surrender.
All right. That's enough. You need what I have. So then, let's make a deal.
Remember, you don't break deals in the Fae. He's just not done.
You've reluctantly decided to allow Cadence to live, in exchange for Lord Arden's true name. You lay out the ingredients for the ritual and repeat the steps to reverse the curse. First, play the lute. Then, grind up the flower's roots. Last, burn the roots along with Lord Arden's true name. You play a brief melody on Hirsam's lute. You mash the flower's roots into a pulp with little effort. You set a small blaze, then drop the crushed roots and Lord Arden's true name into it, completing the ritual. As the smoke rises, Lord Arden's eyes open. He springs out of the bed.
Free at last.
Lord Arden thanks you for awakening him from this curse. He urges you to speak with him back at Winwood Hall in the waking world.
Loot 1. Loot 2. Hello. I will definitely be using that when I get to level 32. Hell yes. And then finally, the one that normally would drop a named item. And it did. Hello, nurse. Okay, so this one makes me easier to heal. Gives me 14 constitution. I currently only have an item giving me 10. The resistance is a quality resistance, so that stacks with my other resistance item. And quality sheltering and 3 freaking augment slots. Now, I will need to find out something. I mean, the silver sigil gloves that I have are actually really nice. For the lesser displacement, the ghostly, and the parrying, but this is actually better. So, and we got another empty soul vessel. That's amazing. So that was a good quest. That was good stuff right there. And we are into our final action point, or one more rank, and then we'll be level 32. Hail to the yayas. Now, the weird thing about all these named pieces from the Feywild is they tend to wind up being, pairing, whatever. Atomic resistance. It doesn't matter. Where was I going with this? Oh, the named items for this expansion, like the gloves, tend to be level 29. Even though the quests are level 32. Je ne comprends pas. Alright, repair that. And get rid of that, get rid of that. Sneaking this in, don't worry about those. I'm thinking about that. Keeping that for sure. Keeping that for sure. This necklace, the natural armor bonus is kind of nice, but... oh, actually, the fortification on this, I have something else that's doing fort. Yeah, my main armor is doing better fortification, so I can actually keep this, put my natural armor bonus over. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's see that. And eat the rest of it. Okay. Bank time. Do a little bit of inventory management. Okay, so we're gonna let's check our stats, make sure nothing goes wacky. Yeah, our fortification didn't change. I wasn't expecting it to. That stays there. And our hit points went up by 300. Hell yeah. So I am gonna miss the ghostly, but we're not fighting too many ghosts right now. Plus, I also have ghostly on my on this item over here. So that's helpful. That actually was one of the items that I would have wanted in place of whatever. Let me take a look. Where is it? Where's my file? Yeah, most of the other items that I'm looking for are Vecna things. Like the chest piece would be from Vecna, the belt, the boots, the cloak. I think the gloves are also taken in hand. I think that's a Vecna quest. And then there's like the goggles from Temple of Elemental Evil. But the helmet will come from Vecna. So will the necklace. It's only like the trinket that comes from something else. Alright, so this is a really good grab right there. That one is super good. And this one I can shove off to another character here in a minute. Nope. And so that to another character as well. That was what, a level 22 item, so that's not bad at all. That's my Ring of Wand reading. Okay, I'm gonna toss that in there as well. You're not full yet. Here you go. Alright. More quests! So we've got all the quests here. So the only quests we have left are the ones down below. And they're not my favorite, I'll be honest. None of the three down below are my favorite. So I'll leave the two Bitterspine ones for the penultimate quests. We're gonna head straight to the bottom, to the basement. Unless we get interrupted by fire beetles shooting me off my wolf. Or I find a rare on the way there, Again, we're not going out of our way for the rares. They're just going to be the ones that are on the near direct path. So it's going to be the wood woad if he's in his log. He's not home. I'm going to see Boris over here. Boris isn't home either. And we'll see if Troll is home. Nope. Oh, we also need to do the thorn rite, so hold on. We'll go see if the Dryad is up and kill her if she is. We'll do the thorn rites quest though. Okay, Dryad is not home. Alright.
A deep voice booms through the cavern. Turn back, stranger. Weak reeds are not welcome in my workshop. Any who linger will be put to the test. Huge thorny brambles grow in the damp soil of this chamber. The mud begins to shudder and shake as you approach.
Drip drop is his name, steal his stuff. Also complete. Alright. Open the chest, Froggo, my lad. Go on. Go on, I believe in you. There really isn't much in this quest, honestly. I mean, this is how big it is. It's really dinky. There really isn't anything over here except just the path over here. Oh, breakables. And a little bit of random damage. Now, let's get into the end of
A
it.
dryad leaps from the tree. Sensing your surprise, she motions for you to speak with her. The dryad calls for the test to begin, and creatures instantly spring to the attack. To complete the test, the dryad joins the fray herself.
Just me and my army of fire beetles. I'm gonna join it myself. Oh, and my friends too.
The dryad calls for a halt to the battle. You neither bend nor break. Good. The Thornright is willing to see you. You may enter. She makes a gesture, and a door opens.
Dun, 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 dun. Hello, sir.
A gnarled woodwode carefully picks through a pile of brambles, plucking out the largest and sharpest thorns. Surely this is the Thornright. The Thornright explains that he crafted a magic needle for Hirsum. A needle that now contains Hirsum's immortality. The Prince of Satyrs then took that needle to some place called the Treasure Grove.
That's actually a really good ring for any melee build. In fact, hold on. I didn't have my rings. This is actually one of the rings from the build. Heck yeah! Yoink! I don't know. I must have forgotten it when I was putting my list together. Hell yeah! So, which one are we going to replace? I mean, losing a blue slot's kind of stinky. But it's a level... Oh, Featherfall, Featherfall. I will need my Featherfall here in the near future, so we're going to replace the non-Featherfall ring, which again is this one here. Ooh, wait, does that mean I have a set bonus going on? Hold on. I do. Plus 30 MRR. Yes, please. And because I've got Insightful Constitution, which stacks with regular Constitution. Yes. So this is hot. This is very, very hot. So yeah, that's a good. This has been a good run tonight. New USB hub hasn't been acting up, therefore crashing my stream. Getting loot for my build that's actually in the build guide. Also awesome. Now we turn that one in. Nope. We have actually been in that quest long enough for the wilderness to reset. So we're gonna beat up the tree. silver, go boom. Okay, I'm not gonna bother with the singing sword quest. I'm gonna see if the troll up here on the thing is up, and if not, either way, we're gonna. He does not look like he's home. Nope. All right, let's go do a quest down in the basement. I'm actually gonna do the one I like the least, which is one you have to pick up outside the quest entrance. And you would think, well, Druid, the one you hate the most, one you like the least, is that the one where you have to do the treasure chests? I'm like, actually, no. That's not my least favorite quest out of the crew. The one I like the least is the one over here in the corner, because this is a quest where the mobs are tougher than they ought to be. I'm looking to see if Tiger Lily's home, and she's not, so. I swear to God that they put some mist effects here, and I don't remember it used to being so misty. Even on hard, these guys can hit like a truck, so I want to be very careful, because these guys, they can murderize. So give me that. Okay, and actually, I'm going to put this ring back on, because I don't need Featherfall right this second. Though the spell resistance would be really nice as well. But some of the spells that are sent at us are electricity based. So let me see if I have anything else that does electricity absorption. Resistance. Illusion focus, accuracy. I need to replace that soon. Frame well rounded. DB fortification. Just got those. Those are so hot. Seeker. Just got that too. Also really hot. So we do have this. That's also going to help with our insight bonus. Acid, cold, fire, and electrical. And this absorbs harmful spells targeted at the wearer, which I love this cloak so freaking much. Okay. I think. Bring this down here so I remember. Yeah, I won't remember it. Actually, let's lock it so I don't accidentally sell it. Okay. Spell resistance. Okay. Let's go do the thing.
You make your way deep into the Kelpie's underwater grotto, protected by the Eladrin's magics. Now, where is the lost keepsake you were sent to find?
These guys aren't that bad. I don't mind them. It's the water elementals and the Kelpies that I mind. And so this is where I want to be careful and make sure that the hirelings go in first and take the brunt of things. Alright, so...
You hear the murmur of confused voices coming from up ahead.
Do you notice how Albrecht was like so low on his health relatively? He's almost down to half health. Oh, wait, we need to go this way. And then on the higher difficulties, these are murder ladies. They are
A magical light fills this chamber and glints off of something mounted to the back wall. The first lever is pulled, and a deep rumble travels through the water.
Okay, we're looking for 2 keys now. 2 keys. Where's my Stormlost? Where are you, you silly kitten? Oh, she's around here somewhere. Nope. She's behind me. Curled up next to a box that's under the green screen. Let's make sure I remember my map.
A strange noise, distorted by the water, comes from further down the corridor. It sounds like growling. A magical barrier blocks the main corridor, preventing you from exploring deeper into the caves.
We'll go down there in a minute, once we get both of our keys.
The light filtering through this shallow pool illuminates a lever set into the far wall. There's an audible pop as the second lever is pulled and the barrier in the main hall dissipates.
Key number 1.
You find a small silver key covered in silt. Now to find the lock.
We'll go get the gold key and then come back. Okay. This is where things get exceptionally spicy.
A group of Kelpies rushes in to block the path.
Come on. Tagged. Or having a jump pod or an exceptionally high jump skill would be very handy. Or actually not having heavy armor on would also help. Where's he gonna go? Oh yeah, over here. So. don't think I have a jump pod on me either. Aha! Oh, there we go.
You retrieve the golden key from the ledge. What might it open?
Oh, the door back where we just were a few minutes ago? Maybe? So we're gonna go back and get the treasure, and get the optionals, and then we're gonna come and do the end fight. And hopefully we won't die in the process.
Stale, fetid air fills the underwater cavern.
Protect the grotto!
The magical lock flashes with
Yay.
green light, and the glowing barriers that seal the side chambers wink out.
Yoy, get out of here. You're free! Do. You get out of here.
The last of the prisoners flees the grotto, swimming for the surface. A barrier seals off this side cavern. The barrier seems to be controlled by two levers, each with a central keyhole. With both levers unlocked and opened, the treasury barrier fades away.
Alright, end fight time! Thankfully, this is a quest where things don't respawn. Well, most quests at DDO don't have respawning mobs anyway, so... Alright. Okay, we're gonna go into the final room. Let's do buff up. Okay. The Feywild Muse can also do a bardic courage thing. I also have my epic moment, but that only lasts for 40 seconds. We'll probably hit that when we do our thing. Did I not have that turned on? Well, that was smart of me. Because it wasn't like I was using power attack or anything like that. And, ooh, hold on. Let me go back in Shrine because I just noticed my cloak is out of charges. So let me get my charges back and that will help me against the spells that they're about to throw at me. have everybody shrine too, why not? Muse could use some more spell points as always. Okay. That'll last for 5 minutes. Alright. Now we YOLO. See if I can actually... Bad guys are not here.
Come for the bauble, have you? You're not the first.
Booms an exceptionally large and powerful kelpie as it charges.
Every time we take it, the Eladrin sends someone to fetch it back. It's an endless supply of fresh fare for us.
The Kelpie Lord calls out.
I can see you're no easy prey, but the struggle makes the feast all the sweeter. Elementals, attend me!
Yeah, the slow is really sucky. I really hate the slow. It's like you can't even get out of the way of anything.
The Kelpie Lord falters, then collapses, diffusing into
yeah.
clumps of ragged weeds.
There we go.
You spot the Eladrin's lost keepsake perched atop a nearby chest.
No cool stuff out of this quest. That's fine. Hi. Well, that would have been nice to have beforehand. Alright. Now we're gonna do what some people like to call the actual most annoying quest in the chain. It's over this away. I'm gonna go see if Tiger Lily's home first. She is! Alright, let's kick her ass. Alright. Kelpies are the worst. Let me get on land. Come on. Here we go. Hi, how you doing? Alright, I need to put my feather falling back on. Leroy Jenkins. Leroy probably was running on Reaper. Alright. How much you want to bet Leroy was running on Reaper? Alright, where is this? Oh no! No! Voodoo! Voodoo! Oh That's rough. No, poor Voodoo. And that was the character he was gonna run with me on learning my loot. But I guess at this point it's like, welp. Might as well run with his
Somewhere
Mickey
in these
character.
woods there is treasure that grows on trees. One specific tree deserves more attention than others, for it bears the chest containing Heresome's magic needle.
I love the big fluffy spiders. Alright, let's get our head in the game. Okay. Taunt the Happy Fun chest. Failure. Failure. Okay, we think that one's a trap. Typically, the one that it is always is one closest. It's always over that away. I've never seen it appear in any of the chests this recently on this side. Thad is streaming. Let's go pop in and say hi to Thad. Now this character can't do that optional, sadly. Requires a good search thing. Alright. Yeah, I have like no skills that can help with any of this stuff. I thought I had UMD, hold on. Yeah, even though UMD's pretty garbo for this. Hey, but a 19 was a success. Sweet. I think there's another one back here. Oh, there's this one. Is actually playing Ark right now. I need to get back into Ark. No, Widowmaker. Nope. We're not risking anything until I know which one it is. So we'll take the scenic route. Clear a path. Get the big fluffy spider. And his friends. We're gonna do an optional. There is a chest. While we can't do the puzzle for that thing, there is an optional chest back there. So there's like 3 chests. There's the 2 that are on top of that little plinth that you can see right here, over there. There's 2 that you have to do the puzzle, which involves knowing where to step. And you have to have, you know, the ability to spot and search for the things to light up, step on. May not fall down the boat. And then the bear back here. Bear butt. It's actually a really smart idea to go clear this path anyway. Because there's bad guys along the way. Like, I'm gonna get these ravens out of the way too. Really big fluffy spiders. Chest, I'm all for that. There's supposed to be a chest back here. I'm used to there being a chest hanging from a tree back here. I guess it just moved. Alright.
You have a good feeling about this chest. Perhaps it is the one you seek.
Nat 20. Hell yeah.
As you open the chest, a
Seriously?
unicorn leaps out. How did it
Oh my
even fit inside?
God. Oh, hey, we made him dance.
As you defeat the unicorn, a deer bursts out from it. Is that normal? The deer falls. Something stirs inside, and then a blink dog appears. This needle better be worth the chase.
My
The
shield
blink
rush is
dog
really
falls,
good
but
for
something flits out of it. Was that a bat? A bird? Here we go again. The raven is slain. As it falls to earth, an egg rolls out. Thankfully, the egg doesn't move. Yet. Among the shell fragments, you see the glint of something that looks like a small winged shadow sweeps down from the sky and plucks the needle out. Just as you reach for it, with a victorious yoink, the tiny dragon-like creature darts away with its prize.
My precious. Neener, neener, neener.
The little dragon disappeared through this portal, taking your prize with it.
Okay. So at this point, what I'm gonna do is just desummon all of the hires, because I don't need them. And having them even sitting around on passive by this doorway will cause problems. Alright.
As you pursue the creature into the cave, you hear its excited voice up ahead.
Aha! Adventurers in my lair! I'm a real dragon now, so behold my mighty horde and tremble! No, it's fine. You don't have to tremble. You want to play a game?
The little dragon bounces with excitement.
A game? Oh, I love games! If you win, I give you a shiny. And if I win, you stay here forever.
The little dragon announces.
We're gonna play hide and tag. So first, you close your eyes. No peeking. And count to 10. And then find me and tag me. And then you run. Ha! Ready?
The little dragon cries out.
You found me! Ha ha! Tag, I'm it! Run!
This is the trick to winning this, is you jump here and don't let him tag you. And then wait till he gets bored. Takes about 30 seconds. Man, I still feel super bad about Voodoo losing his level 34 character like that. It is OP.
The little dragon jumps up and down.
What fun! Thanks for being so very entertaining. You can have the needle. I just wanted to have a friend all along.
Yay! so I got the extra XP for not getting tagged.
With Hirsam's precious needle in hand,
Hello?
you prepare to offer him a bargain he can't refuse.
Caster item. Okay. Let's finish out. And we'll go do Witch Hunt. Which means I have to resummon the hires. Oh, I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes before I summon the hires. Because, yep, there is a cooldown on it. And that is to prevent people from doing exactly what I'm doing right now. Which is, well, it's not cheating, but it is kind of annoying. Alright. What's our timer looking like? 36 seconds. Man, this takes so dang long. It's like when I'm trying to reboot a client's cable modem or whatever, or one of their media players, and it's like, okay, hurry up, hurry up. Bum 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 bum. Okay, that should be enough time. Homies are back in. Alright, so probably this quest for sure. Alright, Tiger Lily is home again. Alright, we'll kick her butt again. Tonight has been a really good loot night. I don't know why. I don't have a loot booster going on. Standing Stone turn on a freaking loot boost weekend and not tell anybody? Alright. There are 3 more rares down here. We're going to check each of them to see what we get. Or to see if they're even home. It looks like the Drowner may not be home at all. No, that's not her usual spot. Yep, she is home. Oh man, Kelpies can just kiss my damn ass. I hate the horse Kelpies. The slow is just... He hates it. We hates it, precious. Hi. I have like a ton of these actually. But still, nice. Alright, let's go see if the big guy is up. Big guy does not appear to be home. Alright, let's go take a look and see if the wisp is home. Dun, dun, dun. I should have gone over to check on the wisp first. He is. Ooh, Feytwisted chest as well. Hello, nurse. I was talking about Feytwisted chest, and now I finally have one. Here in the Symphony of the Fey event. So this chest is only going to have one piece of loot in it. But it's going to be event loot, no less. Flower boots, hello? The elemental resistance is actually interesting. But these are healer caster boots. But still, a Feytwisted item. That's actually hot. I'm really excited. Ooh, I should have re-rolled. But no, I think if you re-roll a Feytwisted chest, it's always going to be that same item. I think? Question mark? But that's actually really exciting. I got a Feytwisted chest on stream. Does anybody in chat know that if you re-roll a Feytwisted chest, it just re-rolls with the same item all over again? Which would kind of be kind of rude of Standing Stone to do it that way. Alright. Which hunt be over here? Now, it's actually been a while since I've done all of the optionals for this quest, so I might do them. And of course, this is the first time we ever saw my favorite horse in the game. Which was that one.
Have you come for the hag? Asks the master of the hunt.
I hate swamp
My
horses.
hunters report she Don't let her, pray, use one of the portals. Use these banners to summon my huntsman. The hag will try to avoid the huntsman. That doesn't mean, though, they're invincible. Where would the sport be in that? Muses the master of the hunt. Each of my huntsmen are bound to the hunt. But when you remove their banner, you free them of their service. What they do with their freedom is your problem, not mine. The master of the hunt chuckles. If you like, you could defeat wild beasts out there to gather more lost banners. Then use them to corral the hag towards me. In this gully, she will find true death at my hand.
We're going for the magic tingle. Now, one thing about this map is you can always tag Beatrice because she's always got a red dot. Okay, so not sensing it nearby. Let's go over here. Okay, so it's not here. Maybe we just leave Beatrice alone, and she'll just mind her own beeswax while we do our search around. I don't think we did that one. Okay, so it's not here. So it's got to be on the last high spot. The one that's on the opposite, over by Beatrice herself. It could be over there as well.
The air nearby tingles with magic. It seems to be coming from up above. If you got to higher ground, you could look for the source of this disturbance.
Okay, so now we can just kill her if we want to. But if I find all the lost banners, looking at the XP here, that's a good little chunk of change. So apparently they're going that way. I'm gonna go over here because I know there's the owl bear in the corner. So each of those red named monsters will give you owlies. Put the bear in the bud. Dance, bear, dance! Alright, got one of the banners. We'll fight Krabby, and then I think we'll fight Beatrice at that point. Because she'll run all over the dang place. Come on, you down. Got two of them. Don't I have these banners that I can use? Alright. There we go. This is yet another quest that would benefit from players being allowed to use their mounts. But then again, I also see why they don't want us doing that. more lost banners and 2 more portals. One last portal to go. And one more banner to find. Wow. He was a bit of a wimp. Alright, let's go get Beatrice. And now that we've like killed a whole pile of people on the way there, it's gonna be less for us to have to fight through to kill her. Well, hi, Beatrice.
Oh, where did I put it? Where did it go?
Oh, I know where it is.
Mutters, rubbing her hands.
Oh, Cadence will have my head, and Hirson will turn us into worms.
You don't will never catch me. Not you, and not the wild hunt.
You're going for a portal, and it's already shut down.
Stop bothering me, I'm busy.
See, if we had not
You don't will never catch
taken
me.
the thing,
Not you, and not the wild hunt.
she would have gotten the note, but we already have it. Ha, 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 ha.
Stop bothering me, I'm busy. Leave me be. Stop bothering me, I'm busy.
hunt!
The master of the hunt calls
got
to you in the
her.
distance. It seems you didn't need my help after all.
Nope.
Impressive! Come see me for your proper reward.
We got her. Yeah. Hi, pretty pony. I got one of you. I was like going back to the Master of the Hunt, and then I realized, oh, I need to talk to the Summer Court emissary. Ding! Time to take 32. All right. Loot all. And let's finish out. Now, I believe I just have the last 3 quests of the chain to do, but it's almost the end of my day on the stream tonight. So we might just let's see what rares are here. Let's go right around. How? Let's see what the big boy's up. He is not. See if the drowner is up. She is not. What about Mr. Ghosty McGhost? He is up again with a new chest. Alas, it is not Feytwisted. Nothing fun. One last go around with Tiger Lily if she's home. As you can tell, I kind of run this a lot. So, okay, she's not home. So I'm just gonna recall. Oh, maybe not. Let me get these guys out of my face and then I'll recall. Okay, where are my hirelings? Oh, they're over there fighting things. Alright, recall. See if I get interrupted while I recall. Roll my sleeves up. There we go. We're fancy today. Okay, let's start with checking the mail, selling our junk. Oh, I'm now friendly. Okay. I think we get something for that. Excuse you. Save bonus. I will take it. Oh, somebody named their character Aerolisi. Someone plays EverQuest. So there's a lot of stuff that we earned today. Okay, we got that. That's a named item. That's not technically a named item. It kind of is, kind of isn't. Don't care about those boots. Don't care about those boots or those boots. definitely care about those. Got a third one of these for some god-awful reason. I'm gonna feed 2. Got that. That's not very helpful. Always save the thieves' tools. Give them to your thieves. Okay. Let's go to the bank. So, yeah, we picked up some good stuff today. We got one of those. We got that. We got, like... Okay, that we traded that in. We traded that in. Pick that up. That wasn't a named item. But we've got 3 of these, and not a single damn one of them rolled, like, Mythic 1 or Mythic whatever. That's just rude. But this really was the crowning item, even though it wasn't particularly for my build, is Feytwisted stuff is actually pretty decent and interesting. Throw those in, throw those in. Hold on, what's this? Oh, I don't need that anymore. Alright, let's go take our level. And then we'll go start looking at our level 32 gear and see what we got. Hi, nice lady. Okay, we're gonna take more strength, which means we're gonna get another tick on our strength here. That'll be nice. Now, let's take a quick look at my Epic Destinies. Now I can take this, but honestly, I don't use action boosts as often as I should. And I have 2 points to spend. Definitely getting the extra fort here sounds like a wisdom. If I really wanted to do a favored weapon, I could do Accent, I think. I like this, except I already have an item that's given me that. Let's go with the fort. More hit points. Actually, having this would be nice. That way I don't need to have, I think actually I'm going to go for this rather than the extra 10 hit points from this. Because, yeah, I get 15 hit points here, and this means that any item, any weapons I have will have Ghost Touch no matter what. Okay, so accept that. Okay, well now, what are we gonna do next? We're going back to the bank. We're gonna go get some new toys. This also means we'll be able to start using Rana as a hireling, because she's a level, even though she's level 34, she's a level 32 hireling to summon. Yep. Rana, my love, here you go. We'll add you to our hotbar. Alright. So typically in this case, I would summon Albreth, Rana, the Feywild Muse, If I need a trapper, I'll summon Froggo, but otherwise I'll do like the Scarecrow and Teal. I don't actually use the Shield Guardian that much because A, he's noisy, and B, he's not as awesome as Teal is. Teal can hold aggro better. There's always the possibility of Drossheart, but I'm not his biggest fan. Okay, that being said, level 32 gear. Let's see what I have floating around. Okay, so now I can use this. Yoink. I can use resistance. Actually, I kind of want to get away from this banker. Hold. Let's go up to the airship. But then again, I'll have to listen to the Orient Express, but... Pardon me. So we hit our level 32, and now once I get this character set up with gear, come on, let's go. Now begins the level 32 gear Tetris. Nimbin with a raid! Nimbin! Did you see? I am very sad. DB bracers of fortification could be useful. DB belt to parry. Defensive helm of search. So the sheltering 35. The double strike 16 and armor piercing 20. Let's grab that. That might be useful. Resistance. Okay, there's the helmet. Put the gloves there. Actually, let me grab the ruby. I'm not going to use it. I'm just using it to plug up the thing so all the new stuff goes over here. Oh, hi, Stormlost. You are a very beautiful kitty cat. I'm trying to get her out in front of the screen so I can actually see the screen. And so I am tempting her with pets. And appealing to her curiosity. This, if you didn't know, Nimbin, this is Stormlost. I rescued her earlier this year. She was a little itty bitty kitty this big. And now she's a not so little itty bitty kitty this big. Look at her. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. And she's like, let me go. Meow. Okay. Let's focus on each piece. So we don't have a weapon. Because we're using the... We're either going between the... Feywild weapon or the... I'm literally blanking the Barovi weapon. And the cat immediately jumped right in front of the thing. Okay, so we're looking at shields now. we have a couple of choices here. Get out of here. Come on, come here. Come here. Come here. Get out of the way. I need to see my screen. Okay, I'm just gonna move the screen up. I'm just gonna move it up so you're not in the way anymore. Okay, so this is the shield that I want to get a Feywild version of. Oh, hello. Oh, that's my finger. She's chewing on my finger now. So this is the shield I want. Alternatively, I could grab a Draconic Raiders reward box and just pop out Colossus. On the other hand, I am actually using the legendary Skull of the Sea, so that's been basically making things nice. Ow. Ow. And it's got greater heroism, which I think I'm actually probably just gonna keep this. Ow. Ow. Stop it. Stop it. My kitten cattin'. Ow. And this is actually kind of nice because it has shield boost 2. But it doesn't have the same base damage rating. Come on. Banking is apparently being a challenge right now. Nimvid, how was your stream? What were you up to? Yeah, I don't honestly. I don't know, I mean, the damage types on the Azure Buckler are nice. Because it's bludgeon, good, adamantine, and magic. But its damage is calculated on a 1d6 plus 4, whereas the legendary Skull of the Sea, being a tower shield, is 1d12 plus 8. And then plus 15, and the other one's plus 20. Critical roll is better, 15%. Thanks. I don't know. I mean, I like the quality magical sheltering. That's nice. The shield bashing is only slightly better. The elusive target is interesting. Disciples version. Shield boost is good, and the 2 slots are very nice. Stop it. Stop it. I'm gonna pick you up and tickle you, cat. But I also like the spike guard on the tower shield, and the tower shield is more defensive. However, the build that I'm using comes from Strimtom, and he recommends this one right here. So, just to give you an idea, I'm gonna equip it long enough, it's going to make my thing go away, and like, oh my god! See, I got the huge debuff on me. It's actually really funny. Because if you take a look at my stats are hilarious right now. Oh. Come on, hold still. So, the Rotella is gonna have a better base damage rating. Critical roll's better, 15%. Quality magic sheltering is good. The insightful insight I don't really care about. I do kind of like that greater heroism though. But I can't wear this because it's the event item. My stats actually didn't change, question mark? Okay, whatever. Alright, So none of these other shields are anywhere near as good. So we're not going to worry about them. And I'm going to put this back because that's also not as good. Though the Azure buckler was closer than any of the other ones. Okay. Next we got rune arm, not me. Armor. Armor. We might actually have trouble finding a piece of armor that's going to be better. Because we did actually luck our way into something nice. And I'm noticing the lag here on the airship. The legendary plate mail of the Barovian Lord. Yeah, none of these are as good as Insightful Magical Sheltering 16. Magical Sheltering 34, but I have Magical Sheltering on some other device, some other item, I think, somewhere. Need to get a better item for that for sure. Okay, so nothing is screaming at me saying, "Oh my God, use me." The build calls for the Legendary University Bulwarks plate mail from the Vecna Denied End chest, so we haven't looted that yet. Eyes, the eyes have it. Currently wearing just a level 29 accuracy item, but I don't have anything in level 32 that's gonna help. So for the head, we're currently looking at this circlet of resistance. So this helmet gives me more resistance, so already I'm gonna go with this new helmet. Except this. Hold on. Resistance plus sheltering. Sheltering and search. Sheltering 35, and this has sheltering 33. Let's go see what we've got. Accuracy. So we already have a sheltering here with physical sheltering. So sheltering and physical sheltering don't stack, right? Because they're the same damn thing. So this isn't gonna help. The resistance is actually what I need more. So nothing new for the hat. This is my old hat. This can go bye-bye. So the gloves here, I like the double strike a lot. I like the armor piercing a lot. However, I have armor piercing somewhere else, I think, question mark? Come on game. You know what? Let's go someplace else. Let's go to Saltmarsh. Let's go to Saltmarsh. Get away from airship lag. Hopefully, if they do, well, when they do the restart this week, that'll fix a lot of that. Yeah, because this lag sucks. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Somebody's posting AI images in somebody else's Discord. It's not my house to yell at people about this, but don't post AI images. AI images suck. not art. And people seem to get really pissed off with you when you say, oh, you had the machine do it for you? Thank you for the follow. Original Godspeed. What's going on in Gingy's Discord? Aww. Let me say something nice. Thank you for the follow, Knife Edge. 42. 42, the answer to the question, the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. And notice how slow it is for me to teleport off the airship. I've already told it to teleport me to Salt Marsh now. So I'm a little bit concerned, and I probably shouldn't have gone here. Come on, see, there's the sound effect. And we're still just chilling here. So, I looted the Prince's Gauntlet, which is not part of the build, but having the DB is nice. The Con 14 is really nice. The quality sheltering is nice. And the plus 58 competence bonus to positive and repair amps, but positive healing amps is nice. But I don't use them. But now that I have 2 pieces equipped, I also get that 30 artifact bonus to MRR, which is really, really nice. So I got some good stats down there, or at least good by my standards, and good fortification. So we'll drop that in there. Guess we're not teleporting anywhere. We're just gonna stay here, and we're gonna just keep going through our items while the game thinks about the errors of its ways. All right, so we did head. Now we're gonna check on our neck items, our neck pieces. And we just have a natural armor bonus item here. So almost anything, but we don't have a level 32 necklace. Alright. What about a trinket? I don't think we have any trinkets floating around. Other than this one, which I keep farming up. I keep going to housekeeping, right? On my character that can safely do Reaper. And I keep looting the Legendary Book of Spirits. And I'm trying to get the Legendary Bone Figurine. I have the regular Bone Figurine, but I want the Legendary one. Alright, let's go for Cloak. I don't think I'm going to get anything to replace this cloak anytime soon. Because the 2 slots, the spell absorption, the elemental resistances is just so good. And I actually bought this off of the auction house. It was for like 1.5 million plat. I'm like, drop, boom, got it. Because it's just too damn good. Okay, so that's not helpful. Let's see what we got for the waist. DB blah build to pay. We already have a DB item, so con 14 strength 15. Fort con balance. This one with the extra strength, this sounds like the best option. Except I really like the belt that I have because it has all those things that I really, really like. So I think the extra strength isn't really going to do much for me. And if I didn't have this belt, I would totally put this other one on for sure. And rings, give us the rings. Alkaline ring of feather falling with acid absorption, that could be useful. Versus that level 15 deflecting ring. So we'll go with this. Bloop. And we'll put this in here for somebody else to use. Because the spell resistance is nice. But with the cloak, give me the spell resistance. It's like kind of not stacking with each other. Alright, and handses, we just did rings, so handses. But no, yeah, we're not giving up our gloves. Those gloves are just too damn good. So, sorry all of you beady up things. We're just gonna go without. Alright, feet. Alright, we have a couple choices here. We have some solid feats. month. The double strike 15 is really what I'm looking for here. And the secret 13. And when this character starts doing a Reaper, that Reaper bonus is going to be super helpful. And I also have the Diamond of Insightful Strength in there. So we're not swapping that out. And by the way, it's like, Druid, how do you get these into shared storage? They went into shared storage before they fixed the bug. So as soon as I pull them out of shared storage, they're going to go bind to whatever character I pull them out on. And the sad thing is, there is one of these that's actually would be really, really good for this build. Except I accidentally locked it to a different character. Oopsie doodle. My bad. Okay, and then wrists. I've been spending so much time getting this character to level 32 that I haven't really been spending a lot of time getting this character any gear. So now I can just farm for gear. And I need to talk to Voodoo to find out what the plan is now that his winter loot character has perished. But that's a question for another day because it's after 11 o'clock, which means I'm going to turn into a pumpkin here in a minute. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the raid, Nimbin. Also, I got a raid earlier from the Art of Paw. So I appreciate both of you raiding people, just bringing your communities on in. Let me see if... Let's see who else is streaming the DDOs tonight that I know. I like to send them to people that I know, and there isn't anybody that I know who's playing DDO. So. And as usual, 2 people who are streaming in the DDO category are actually just playing tabletop. So that's a thing. Wilson, thank you for being here. By the way, I do have my month's supply of DDO points codes, so keep it ear to the ground when I'm streaming DDO here or on the official DDO channel, twitch.tv/DDO stream. I may have giveaways until the end of July. July? No. June? No. January. My god, what freaking month is it? What year is it? Alright, I need to go. And I will talk to you all later. Thanks for being here. Thanks for any follows. I will be back here. I've got class tomorrow night and Wednesday night. Probably aiming for Thursday. Yep, Thursday. Aim for Thursday. We'll see what happens. Alright, talk to you later. Bye! I'm gonna turn this thing back on so I can turn it off. Here we go.